Hi guys! So it's been forever since I did a video. I know, I apologize. I get in these kind of, I don't know, like urges to do videos every once in a while, and then I stop for a little bit and then I get back into them, and that's totally my fault and I don't know why I do it, but I've been wanting to get back into them for a little while, and I thought what better time to do it than now, and I can kind of go through some of the Christmas things that I got this year with everyone, for those of you that are still watching, I guess, and also just kind of go into some New Year's resolutions and things like that that I've been going through, and I would love to get some answers and some opinions from you guys about videos that you would like to see, because maybe I think if I had people saying certain things that they would love to see, it would make me want to get into it a lot more again, and I would want to do kind of requested videos and things like that. And I do want to say that I know I started the channel for more like beauty routines and beauty things, makeup, hair, skin, that sort of stuff. But I think I really want to kind of focus on my life as well too. So things that I love. I know I did one a while back about stuff that I collect and kind of like my little business that I have going on. But also too, I just want to make it where it's more about me. So it's not necessarily a vlog per se, but a little bit. It can just be about other things in my life that I love besides makeup and beauty products, because there's a lot more to me than that, and I know there's a lot more to other beauty gurus and things and people that you watch on. And I'd also like to get a lot more of a variety of subscribers. I know that a lot of people watch beauty products on YouTube, but there's a ton of other things that are on them. I'm not much of a gamer, but I know that's a huge portion of it as well, and I know there's other things like I think there's like a lot of photo editing and photo people on there, as well as just daily vlogs as well too. A lot of people have vlogs and they have nothing to do with beauty. So with that being said, I thought today would be a great one for me to show off some of my favorite things that I got for Christmas. Now I will let everyone know I'm not a, you know, I don't expect expensive things for Christmas. I don't usually get very expensive things. I'm not going to be showing you like I got this laptop and this iPad and things like that. That's not how my Christmases usually go with friends and family. It's usually smaller, more sentimental and personal things that have a lot to do with, you know, my hobbies, my interests. Of course, you know, everyone this time of year, you'll get gift cards, you'll get things like that, and those are great, but I'd like to focus more on the gifts. So, I mean, I did get a ton of gift cards. Nothing like amazing, it's just, it's nice to have those after Christmas, right? You don't want to spend money, so you just pull out a gift card and use it, but for me, I like kind of the littler things. The first one that I will go into, though, as well, the rest of the items are all ones that I got for Christmas, and I'll explain a little bit more when I show them, but because I don't like buying stuff for myself during Christmas, it can be really hard when you've given lists to people or they're looking at things to get you and then you go out and get stuff that you've wanted. You'll end up probably getting stuff that you're going to be given as gifts anyways. And I always find it a little bit kind of, not selfish this time of year, but for myself it's just not really, I have so much other things to focus on, work, friends, family, events, gifts, purchases, that sort of thing, that I don't really have time to focus a lot on myself. And that's also the time that I really neglect myself as well too. So I tend to hold off on purchases for myself until the new year if there is something that, for example, I didn't get for Christmas but I still really need. So you may see videos like that coming up with things like, oh, I ran out of this and I had to go and get it. But for the most part, I just don't really buy a ton of stuff for myself. It's just not how I do it this time of year. But I know some people, you know, you have to go out and purchase things for yourself because, you know, something breaks down, like if your phone stops working, you gotta go get a new phone, that sort of thing. But, yeah, so anyways, to get into it, pretty much one of the few things that I got myself this time of year, I'm sure I've gotten other things that I haven't really focused on too much, but one of them that I got and I just recently used yesterday, no, not yesterday, was it a couple of days ago? I think it was like around Boxing Day or something like that. And I used it and I actually really love it. In Canada here, I think actually in the US you guys have it as well too. So it's a line called Essence and it's a makeup line. We have it in a lot of stores like Shoppers Drug Mart. I think even I want to say Superstore, but I'm not quite sure. I know Shoppers Drug Mart has them, and it's this beauty makeup line. It's a lot like NYX or, you know, like Wet n Wild, stuff like that. We have in Canada here another one called Annabelle, I believe. They're a little bit cheaper, and it's not necessarily quality-wise, it's just they're cheaper drugstore brands, but Essence is one of them. And so this is an eyeshadow that I got the other day, and it's just a one, of course I'm trying to open it, it won't open. So it's just a one eyeshadow, individual eyeshadow. Sorry, it's really hard filming this. So it's this beautiful iridescent shimmer to it, and it's called Sandy Says Hello. So I don't know what collection this is from with them. It doesn't say it on their individual ones. It just says metallic effect. It very much reminds me of pigment and color-wise, something that you'd see at MAC. So when I saw it and I tried it out and tested it in the store, it was really cool. And I've been wearing it for a couple of days now, and I really like it. It adds a lot more shimmer than you'd think. It's almost like a glitter per se, but it's very, very small. And it's one that you can definitely put over other eyeshadows. So if you want a more matte shadow but you want just a little bit of shimmer or just a little bit of more punch to it, this is a great one to use. Essence has a lot of other different colors, and they get into, every once in a while they'll do collections. So they just did one a little while ago, and I believe it was like candy and sweet stuff, so the colors were all nice pastels. They have one now where it's more like an aquamarine and kind of like Little Mermaid effect, I guess. So there's lots of aquas and blues and greens, and it's just a really pretty collection. So I like them because I think this was about $2, $3 maybe, $3.50. They're super cheap, and the stuff is not bad quality at all. So I definitely recommend that for people. I'll get into gifts now. I will say like who got them for me, but I'm not going to kind of go into too many details about it, just certain things that I really love. So one thing that I will say with a couple of the products here, I'm a big tea drinker, like a big tea fan. So I love pretty much anything to do with tea, and that also includes, you know, the little memorabilia trinket stuff. So I really like to collect teacups as well too, like vintage teacups. Maybe one day I'll do like a little bit of my collection and that sort of thing. But I also have things like calendars that have it on there. I have an apron that has teacups. So I'm very much, I don't know what you'd call it, like a tea connoisseur. I don't know. So with that being said, I tend to actually collect a lot of different teas. I get them given as gifts. Sorry, I feel like I have a hair on my chin or something. So I get given them as gifts. I get a lot of tea utensils and tools and things like that. So a couple of the first things that I got here, actually from my best friend for Christmas. She gave me like a little bundle of stuff. And it was a lot of really sentimental things, picture frames. I even got like magazines and stuff that are really related to things that I love. And especially one portion that she gave me was a lot of little teas, and there was a bunch of varieties, and in like these nice apothecary jars. And then I also got these three items that I'm about to show you. So I got this mug, and it's really cute. It has this little knit sweater on it, so it's like those little sleeves for your sweater so your hands don't get too hot. But then the cup itself is really beautiful. I don't know, it's just so pretty. I love the little flower. I'm a very big floral person as well too. And I actually recently started a new job, so this is cute because she said that it's one that I can bring to work and have on my desk and just drink my tea with it. So I was really, really happy with this. I just love the knitted effect. It's so cute. With that, she also got me two of actually my most favorite teas. I'm a big Celestial Seasonings fan, not only because it's cheap and readily available, but they have such good variety of flavors. And for me, it brings me back to my childhood as well too, because in our house we had a lot of Celestial Seasoning teas. I know my sister and my mom, they really like drinking them occasionally, and I loved them. So I always had like that sleepy time tea, the chamomile. And I don't know if you guys or any of you remember, but I used to have the little aluminum tins that the tea would come in sometimes. It would be like a collector's edition where the tin would come with the tea, and it was almost like a little travel tin that you could take and put some tea bags in. So I have a couple of those still that I think I put bobby pins in or something. But anyways, so these ones that she gave me are the holiday tea editions for Celestial Seasonings. So I don't know if you can see. Yeah, maybe I'll put them one on top of it, but that'll be better. So the first one here is the Sugar Plum. or sugar plum spice, I should say, sorry. And it's a really sweet, spicy flavor, but it's very soft. It's more sweet for sure, and you can definitely taste the berry in it. It's definitely, the sugar plum is the kind of, the sweet portion to it, fruity sweet, the berry taste. And then my personal favorite is the gingerbread spice, and I usually have anywhere between a cup a day to 2 to 3 cups a day, depending on how much I love, like how much I love the teas and how much I'm kind of in the cold mood or whatever. I love Celestial Seasonings tea, and these are my absolute favorite ones from their holiday collection. They have a couple other ones as well too, and then they have collections throughout the year. But these ones, I've had the gingerbread one at least in my house every year since it came out, I think 3 or 4 years ago. I always have one of these in my cupboard during Christmas time and winter time. So yeah, so that was awesome. I'm drinking a ton of tea this year, and that's kind of one portion that I'll go into with my New Year's, is that I want to get more into it for sure. So anyways, along with that, because all my friends and family and everyone knows that I love tea, a system that I got from my dad and stepmom, they bought me something called a Brute. So most tea fans and tea drinkers will know what this is. For those of you that don't, it's kind of hard to describe. And I won't take it out of the box because it's one that is like still wrapped up and I have to wash it and stuff still. I haven't used it yet. But basically it looks like this cool, weird, whatever little mug thing. And what you do is you fill it with your tea, so you'll put your loose tea. It's one for loose tea itself. But you put the loose tea in there, and then you add the boiled water, and you let it sit in here. And you can just place it right on your counter. This thing has like a closed cap to it, so you just place it right on your counter like that, and you let it steep for about 3 to 5 minutes, depending on the type of tea. Sometimes if you have like herbals and things like that, you don't let them steep for a very long time. But anyways, you let your tea steep for however long it needs to steep for. And then once you take this and you put the lip over a cup, so I'm going to use my mug because it's handy dandy. So if you place the lip over your mug like that, what would end up happening is that there'd be a little release mechanism on the bottom, and it would start actually draining the tea into your mug. But it has a little filter on there, so when it drains, none of the tea leaves will come into your mug. The beauty of this is that it's so quick and easy to make multiple cups of tea, and you can also leave the tea leaves in there and add more boiling water, because most of the time with tea, you can get 2 to 3 cups out of the same bunch of leaves. So it's really economical. It's a cute little system, and the great thing about this Brute is that it's also BPA free. Even though it is a plastic variety, which most of them are, it's great because you don't want any of the BPA or any of the plastic kind of chemicals in with your tea as well too. So it's really, really cool, and it goes along great with a lot of the stuff that I got for Christmas. I'll be drinking tons of it. The next gift I got, it was actually a gift from Secret Santa, and I was so glad that I got it because I was kind of mixing and moving things around. And this is my personal favorite for drugstore perfumes. I got this set, and it's the Jovan, and there's just the different musks. I think I'm saying it right. Jovan? I don't know. But basically, it's just the varieties of the musk perfumes. And it's a really great one because it's got my personal favorite, which is the white musk in there. I absolutely love it. And I don't know about the other, I don't know about that one that looks like it'd be a really strong one, or the wild musk. I don't know if I'm going to like that, but I like really baby powdery, kind of musky perfumes. So when I got this in a Secret Santa, I did trade for it, so I was a little bit greedy in Secret Santa, but that's okay. So yeah, I really love that. I have no idea how much it cost or where they got it though. The other one's the Brute system. I have no idea where my dad and stepmom purchased this, unfortunately, sorry. Celestial Seasonings, all these teas can be purchased at drugstore, grocery store, everywhere here. Sorry, I'm showing you the wrong side of the box. Duh. They can be purchased at drugstores, grocery stores, everything. And the mug, I have no idea where my best friend purchased it. So, the next item, actually I'll go along with kind of the teas. I jumped a little bit ahead. This is a stocking stuffer that my mom gave me, and it's absolutely delicious. I wish that this was a full pack. But it is the Timothy's coffee, and it's the Dulce de Leche. And it's not a hot chocolate, it's not a coffee, it's just a sweet beverage. So I think I would count this more as like almost a cappuccino, but it's not really coffee-based. It's definitely artificial flavor for sure, but I've already had one and it was so good. It was super creamy. I added a little bit of milk into it, and oh, it was so delicious. I wish I could find this. If anyone knows where you can get them in Canada here for the full kits, like the 12 or 18 cured packs, I would love to know because it was so good. Another thing that I got, or I think this is more for my stepmom, but when I was down there, they have a place in Phoenix that I go to occasionally, and one of my aunties, when she was there, she talked about these candles forever and ever and ever, and I didn't really understand them, but they're called WoodWick, and she got them at, I believe it was Kohl's, I think, and so it's just got the wood wick in it, obviously the name. I think a lot of you guys in the US are familiar with this, but for those of you that aren't, they're just really long burning candles, and they also last, I just said that, they're long burning. The scent lasts forever with them as well too, so even when they're burning, they don't lose the scent, and even when I've just opened and closed it now, it's very strong and it's delicious. This scent that I got was the vanilla, okay, I'm totally going to butcher that because I don't know how to say that, but vanilla gourmand. The next one is toffee brittle, and then the next one is toasted marshmallow, and it smells so good. So good. That one is definitely, I've got a couple other candles that I'm burning right now, but that's definitely going to be one that I burn next for like the later winter, when you kind of want that sweet kind of uplifting scent. And then the last thing I'll show you guys is one that my sister got me, because I think this video is already quite long. So this was the gift that I got from my sister. It's the FHI Heat, and this is the dual, I don't know how well you can see, this is the dual hair straightener system. So my hair straightener kind of died a little bit ago. It's still on its last legs. It's still able to be used, but I needed a new one, and she heard really good things about this on a makeup forum that she goes on, and she found it, and it's really cute. It's a champagne color, so it's nice and kind of sophisticated looking. It's not like the cheap Revlon one that I have in my bathroom right now. So yes, I'm really excited about trying this out. I'm just, like I said, trying to use up mine as much as I'll get out of it with it being safe, and then I'll probably just throw it away because it's seen its day for sure. So, and I like the little one too. It's for travel. I haven't opened it up yet to see the size, but I imagine it's quite small, like some of the ones that I've seen. So I don't know how much I would really use that one. But the big one, it comes with this really nice case. You can see it's all in the box here, so that'll be cool to use. So basically those were some of the gifts that I got this year. Not everything, obviously. I didn't want to kind of show a lot of the stocking stuffers, and I got a ton of other bigger gifts as well too. But yeah, these are some of my absolute favorites. And I thought one little portion that I get into the video as well too, I would love to know what you guys have for New Year's resolutions, or if you have any at all. I myself decided this year that I wasn't really going to do New Year's resolutions too much. Just kind of things that I would like to work on throughout the year, but they're not going to be resolutions per se because I don't want to put that pressure on them. A couple of the things that I really want to work on this year, I really want to work on being a more positive person. I tend to, in stressful situations, and this year's been really stressful, 2014 has been really stressful, I tend to feel some very negative thoughts sometimes, and you know, sometimes I can't help but be a little bit critical or judgmental of others, and I don't want to be like that. I really want to reframe my thoughts and my frame of mind in a more positive light when situations occur, just so that I'm not always stressing about little things that, you know, I can't deal with or I can't, you know, do anything about. So for me, just having a more positive outlook on life is something that I really want to try and work on this year, and you know, I know it's not going to be possible to do it all the time. It's just something that I'm going to have to keep in my head when things come up, and just say to myself that, you know, it's something that's out of my control. Let it out of your head. Just think of the good things that are going on right now. So another thing that I want to focus on is kind of, I don't really know how to word it, but I have certain goals and certain things that I want out of my life, and I think for me, I need to start focusing on not just the goals, but how I'm going to get there. For me, I have a lot of little things. Obviously, you know, dating, I'd love to, you know, meet Mr. Right, but I even just want to focus on dating and going and having a bit more fun with it. meeting new people, not necessarily just men, but, you know, meeting new people, getting more friends, things like that. Even, you know, building some more family relationships that possibly could need a little bit more nurturing. Also with that too, there's a few things that I want to work on career-wise, and also in life-wise, is that a word? Also in life too, there's other things that I'm kind of hoping for and wanting. I would love to travel a little bit more, so maybe finding a way financially and time-wise to be able to do that, even if it's, you know, simple road trips and things like that. Ultimately, I do think that I would like to move somewhere, you know, find a place that I can kind of call my home and feel a little bit more like it is my home. Right now where I live, I'm kind of feeling a little bit stuck, and I know you guys have all had that. Please let me know if you have any situations where you've kind of wanted to start over and start afresh again in a new place, and I love hearing stories like that, because I think right now in my life I'm kind of feeling that way. I don't have a lot of things to tie me down, so it's kind of a fun adventure that I can see myself going on in the next little while, maybe in the next couple of years. So just something to kind of look at in the future and think about possibilities and keep my mind open of where I may want to end up in life. So yeah, and I think that's pretty much it for some of my resolutions, or some of my non-resolutions, whatever you guys want to call. I'd love to hear some of your guys's. I'd love to get feedback on any of the stuff that I've shown you as well. If you used it, if you love it, if you haven't but would like to know more information about them, like where you can get them, exactly the prices, stuff like that, I can look into them for you guys. Also too, again, any requests that you guys want to make, just kind of anything you guys want to talk to me about at all. If you want to know other parts of my life, I'll definitely try opening up a little bit more in my videos, but by all means, please feel free to ask away, and also please don't forget to rate, comment, and or subscribe. Thanks, guys.